America's news now. North Korea already warning the Biden administration and the U.S. that if there are any more threats about their nuclear program, they will find itself, and the U.S. will find itself in, quote, a very grave situation. Bruce Klingner is a former CIA analyst and joins us this morning to discuss. Bruce, good morning and welcome to the National Desk.
Great. Thank you for having me.
You know, we've seen these kinds of threats for years from North Korea. What do you make of Kim Jong right now testing the new administration?
Well, right now, the test is just the strong rhetoric. They didn't like that President Biden called North Korea a national security threat. And there was a partial unveiling of the administration's North Korea policy where it said they would continue with pressure and sanctions while it's seeking to achieve complete denuclearization of North Korea. So Pyongyang reacted to that. But right now, it's just the strong rhetoric. We expect, though, they would do something strongly provocative within the next couple months, because within the first year of a new administration, they always do something such as an ICBM test or a nuclear test or both.
To test it, right? And after that statement from North Korea, White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan did address the administration's plan when it comes to North Korea. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Our policy towards North Korea is not aimed at hostility, it's aimed at solutions. It's aimed at ultimately achieving the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. And we're prepared to engage in diplomacy towards that ultimate objective, but work on practical measures that can help us make progress along the way towards that goal.
Engage in diplomacy. How would you advise the Biden administration when it comes to North Korea and Kim Jong-un? What would you tell them?
Well, we need a comprehensive integrated strategy using all the instruments of national power. So yes, as with previous administrations, we should encourage North Korea to come back to the negotiating table. We've had a number of failed agreements. That's not to say we don't try again, but we learn from the mistakes of the past. But as we try to get North Korea back to the table, we maintain our military deterrence to protect not only the American homeland, but also our allies and citizens that are in Asia. And also we need to maintain the sanctions and enforcement of U.S. laws until North Korea reduces the actions which triggered those responses.
Well, Bruce, we know North Korea tested the administration back in March. They did launch 2 short-range ballistic missiles. Do we even know the current state of North Korea's nuclear program or how it could have progressed over the past year?
In 2017, there were some leaked U.S. intelligence community documents that indicated that they assessed North Korea has between 30 to 60 nuclear weapons or fissile material for that number of weapons, with the capacity to make 7 to 12 weapons worth of nuclear material every year. So they could have 50 to 100 weapons by now, but we're not really sure. And in 2017, they tested a hydrogen bomb, the largest ever. And they also tested ICBMs that indicate that they can reach all of the continental U.S. with a nuclear warhead.
And President Joe Biden, as we know, is going to host South Korean President Moon Jae-in later this month. How does our diplomacy with South Korea affect what happens with North Korea?
Well, South Korea is a critically important ally of the United States. We have 28,500 troops there and a commitment to send more if North Korea commits aggression against South Korea. There's a difference now, though, between the U.S. and South Korea. The South Korean president is left of center. He's trying a softer approach towards North Korea, offering concessions and economic benefits, which could violate UN sanctions and U.S. laws. So there are some differences of view between Washington and Seoul, and we're hoping to smooth some of those out during the upcoming summit between Presidents Biden and Moon Jae-in.
All right, Bruce Klingner, thanks for joining us here this morning on the National Desk. Hope we can have you back soon.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.